Hey guys, how you doing? This is a Kodak Brownie 8mm movie camera. 8mm means that the width from the perforations on your film to the other side is 8mm. This is the inside of the camera. Lid's right here. This is where you put your blank stock, and you follow the arrows, spool it through the gate. This is where the lens burns onto the film, and you backtrack a little bit around your take-up reel. There's a little slot in the take-up reel that you have to spool your film in. Wind about, I'd say about 2 inches onto it. Give it a test, and if it exposes well, put the cover back on and start. But that's how you load the camera. It's really easy to load, really easy to use. This little wheel here controls how much light comes in through the lens, your aperture setting. And you're going to have to look up something called the Sunny 16 rule, and that'll tell you how to use it. It's fixed focus lens, no adjustments needed. And so that's really good, because I don't like really setting focus. I mean, I just use pretty much like a camera does come with like a focus. I just use automatic focus. This is your viewfinder. It's kind of weird. You have to look through this little hole, and you match up your shots through this frame. Now you have to kind of use these 2 pegs sticking out here. This is a 2-foot setting. Like if you're 2 feet away from the subject, what you can do is you can kind of this is what I did. I kind of cut it off with a pen or a pencil, and you just line it up here. But when you're 4 feet or beyond from the subject, if your subject is about 4 feet away or beyond, you just look through this top little tooth right here, and it folds down nice. But it's just kind of a weird little viewfinder. I've never seen anything like it before. And this is the key you use to wind it, because there were no batteries back then. And you kind of want to wind it till it gets really tight, or until you can't wind it anymore. There you go. I already had it wound up before I started. And remember the inside here? Well, what's going to happen is there are little sprockets inside of the gate that are pulling the film through. Those little perforations on the side are being pulled through by these sprockets, and 16 frames per second, which means 16 of the little frames of film are passing through this lens every second. So that's what goes on there. And pulling down this little lever starts your film. You can see how the take-up reel is turning, pulling your blank stock through the gate and exposing it. And to stop it, you just push it up, and it locks in the position when you press it down all the way. But if you don't want to press it down all the way, you kind of have to keep a finger on it, or else you'll get a flash in your frames, and that's always a bugger to watch with those old home movies. You have to watch out with the these reels, because whenever you turn it this way, they can kind of fall out. So you don't really want to turn it all the way over when you're filming. Let me put the side back on. You could put the camera on a tripod right here, and that'll steady your shots. And all tripod sizes are universal, so you really don't have to worry about a tripod size at all. I've gotten some questions about that. Ooh, I forgot to show you something. Let me just open up here. This is something useful you should use when you're filming here. This little geared wheel controls your footage counter. Each roll of blank stock that goes into your camera is 25 feet. So this little wheel turns once every second, or every few seconds, to show how many feet you have left. Shoots 25 down to 0. And what happens is, once all your film is back on your take-up spool, take out the spool, and you turn it over, and you put it here where your blank stock went. And the same thing with your the reel the film came with. You flip it over and put it here, and then this becomes your take-up reel, and this becomes your main supply of film again. So what you're going to have to do is wind it back up and film the second side down. 25 and times 2 equals 50. When you send it back to the labs to be developed, they developed the film. They slit the two sides of the film up the middle, spliced the two ends together to get 50 feet of film. 25 times 2 is 50. So, that's how the film works. Kind of an interesting little way the film works there. These little brownies are really cool to use. Really, really nice cameras. Good beginner's camera. It's a really good camera to use, like if you're just starting to become like a photographer or something like that. They were really easy to use back then. And that is the Kodak Brownie 2. Any suggestions or any other camera you'd want to see, I have a lot more. I have Kodak cameras upstairs. I have a 16mm, a few magazine cameras, and 2 more Brownies actually. So anything else you'd like to see, let me know. Write in to my channel here on YouTube, or leave comments, suggestions, and I'll get back to you. So, this is the Kodak Brownie 8mm movie camera.